Hi, guys. I'm here with Brent Adams from Fastline Fast Track, and we will hopefully have Brannon on in a little bit. I did speak to him about 15 minutes ago, and he says he's going to come into the studio to hang out with us, but we'll see. I know he's in a lot of pain. For those of you that haven't heard, Brannon had surgery today. He had his gallbladder and appendix removed, and so if he does join us, which I hope he will be heavily medicated. So we will not know exactly what we are going to have tonight for him. So I have Brent Adams right now, and in a little bit, Kelly Griggs from Grigg Farms, our very own. Many of you know her and have seen her as she is helping us plan the Farm Life Cruise. She'll be on in a little bit. She is also on the American Farm History Channel show from last year. So those of you who are not in our Farm Life group and see all of her posts regularly, you may have seen her there. So Brent, what's been going on lately? I know you have a couple lives that you've done. Who have you had on your show lately?
Yeah, we're busy lately here. We've added ag live streams to the music live streams, so we're doing 2 live streams a week now. And the first ag live stream that we did yesterday afternoon was Rob LaRue, who's the president of the National Farmers Union. And we were talking about things like innovation on the farm and concerns with the beef industry, and also kind of a lack of support at a federal level for rural America. And we got into talking about rural hospital systems and the lack of broadband internet, which was highlighted by the fact that he's usually based out of D.C., but during COVID, he went back to his farm in West Virginia. And he doesn't have reliable broadband access on the farm, so he was at a public library in his town, and the signal kept getting a little wonky on us at times, and so we kind of had to sweat through about 5 minutes of it where it kept freezing up on us. So he was able to spin that into a great point about the need for greater rural broadband access. So we talked about that, and he just brought a bunch of insight about some of the things that farmers and ranchers should be thinking about and keeping an eye on as we go through the back half of 2020. So you can catch that live stream still on the Fastline and Fastline Fast Track Facebook pages. And we'll also have outtakes of it on episode 66 of the podcast, which is going to come out Friday at noon Eastern. So that was a big thing on that one. Our last live stream we did on radio or on the music end was Craig Campbell last Thursday. So we had a really good turnout for Craig, and really appreciate him coming on there. He shared some new music, which hope you had a chance to check that out, especially if you're into the tractor pulling like I know a lot of our crowd was. They did that at Craig's adopted hometown of Eagleville, Tennessee, at the big tractor pull there. So that was pretty exciting. Great new music. He's got that video on CMT right now, and it's doing really well in competition for the CMT 12 pack this week. So really interested to see if he makes it on there for that. And then our next live stream for the music side is tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 Central. We bring on John Barry, the big country hit maker, was huge in the 90s and early 2000s, and continues to keep cranking out hits. He has battled cancer over the past couple of years, so he's been doing a lot as he's gone through cancer treatments and so forth. And now he's got a new children's project out. Really excited about that. And he's also lent his voice to a project by a new group called Joe and Martina that are climbing the country charts. Got a song called Bring Back the 90s, and he's on there as well. So he's having a bit of a career resurgence here, and we're going to talk to him about all that stuff tomorrow. Really excited about that. That's one of these guys that maybe one of the most underrated entertainers in all of country music. He has just been consistent. He's very well loved by the country music community and by the Opry community and everybody. So I'm really excited to get him on there tomorrow night to talk about some of that stuff. And I don't know how I did this. I need a secretary or something, because next Tuesday is going to be a wild day. I've got actually 2 live streams in one day next Tuesday. It's just kind of the way that turned out. Tuesday afternoon at 2:00 Eastern in that ag specific time spot. I'm going to bring in somebody from the National FFA organization who can kind of talk about how they're going to navigate challenges throughout the country in schools, given how crazy things are turning out to be in schools. I don't know how it is where you guys are, but some of the schools here started back within the last week, and some of them have already had to close back down or change some things because I know we've seen 3 or 4 schools that have had instances of students coming down with it. So they've had to close them down as quick as they've opened them. So I know that's going to pose some big challenges for FFA going forward. They really had to handle things on the fly, in the back half of this last school year. And so, we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about what a virtual national FFA convention might look like this year. I know there's a lot of moving pieces there, and there's still a couple months out from that, but we're going to try to pick their brains a little bit and figure out what's going on with that and just open it up. Because I know there's a lot of people curious right now as we kind of transition out of summertime and into a new school year. So we'll get that, and then we'll take a little breather. And then Tuesday night, we're going to bring Opry legend Jeannie Seeley onto the show here. She's got a new album coming out next Friday, and she's really been doing a blitz here. This has been the beauty of these live streams. She and Tim Atwood, who is a great artist in his own right, was the house piano player for the Opry for 34 years, has been accompanying her on a lot of these. We had him on the show about a year and a half ago, and we're going to bring both of those guys on to do a live stream next Tuesday night. And so I'm really excited about that. We may have a couple of other people drop by during that hour or two just to kind of share some stories about Jeannie and what a great career she's had. She still hosts that show Sundays with Seeley on Willie's Roadhouse on Sirius XM satellite radio. And if you've never listened to that, it's 4 hours of just really great classic country music. And, she throws some stories in there and brings some guests in there and is having a ball with it. She just turned 80 years old a couple weeks ago and is just going strong as ever. She was a regular segment host on the Grand Ole Opry, and I guess still will be if they ever get back to the Opry House, but she's been doing that consistently for years now. So she's one I've wanted to have on the show for quite some time. We could just never work out because pre-COVID, she kept a really busy schedule still, still writing consistently and making appearances and traveling pretty heavily. So she just didn't have a lot of time on her calendar for it. So this is giving me the opportunity to kind of catch up with some people that I normally might not be able to catch up with, but everybody's still a bit of a captive audience right now. So I'm trying to be the opportunist out there, making the most of those opportunities to get a hold of these folks and just, spend an hour or two with them and just see, behind the curtain a little bit. So,
yeah. If there's anything COVID has taught us, it's what meetings could have been an email, right?
Oh, yeah. A lot of them.
Do I really need to be there for that? No, not really. And when you were talking about the broadband, we have been struggling here in Nebraska. And I don't know what the deal is. There's some people, we just are having 99 wind towers put up. This huge wind farm around where we live in southeast Nebraska. And everybody seems to be blaming the towers for all of our internet just being crazy. And I don't really know if that's 100% true, but I'm right here in my classroom. Many of you know I'm a teacher as well as a farmer. One, because it's quiet, because my kids just run amok. And 2, because I need the internet to do these lives so that we're not breaking up all the time. So I definitely understand the struggle with that. And we start school on the 18th. So I have a solid week next week to get all my ducks in a row. Wow. And I'm a little nervous to make sure I have everything, but we're going to be pretty normal for, all intents and purposes. We have some precautions, but kids are going to be here in school and we're just going to see how it goes. So
yeah, well, I'm a little bummed because we have a daughter who's going to be a senior in high school this year, and they keep pushing the start date back. Now it's September 8th, I believe, to go back in person. They'll go back next Wednesday virtually. So actually, in between those two live or prior to the first live stream. Something else, they do a kickoff beginning of the year teacher conference. So I have to do a virtual teacher conference in the hour before I have to do the first live stream on Tuesday. So if you need one more thing to complicate things, but we're trying to get this year kicked off right. And I feel terrible for her because, selfishly, as I watched all the struggles for outgoing seniors last year, I thought, man, just it would sure be awesome if we could kind of get back to some semblance of normalcy before this next school year, so she can enjoy some of this stuff as a senior. But as it stands right now, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think it's going to be a very unusual year, maybe throughout the whole year. So we're just going to do as much as we can to try to make it normal,
Yeah. That's all we really can do. But I just see here on the back end that Brannon Deal did pop into the studio.
Oh, boy. It's a good thing we got all the serious stuff out of the way, because who knows where we go from here.
I don't know how medicated he is right now. And Kelly just sent a message that she'll be there soon, and her computer decided to update. So we'll have her come on here shortly.
Well, get your finger on that dump button anyway. Look at this guy.
There will be no dump button. Well, okay, yeah, there might need to be a dump button, but yeah.
How's it going?
How's everybody tonight? Do what?
How are you feeling?
Well, let's see. Going through a hammer mill to feed hogs might not be such a bad idea at this point. I'm hurting, and I just realized I'm bleeding pretty good, so I'm waiting on the doctor to call me back. I got pooling blood. See, it's pooling.
You don't need to show.
I've got a belly button full of blood.
And you're
there went the whole neighborhood, right? Huh?
Shouldn't you be laying down?
I got the rest of my life after I die to lay down.
One of your doctors is probably going to see this, or Lauren, your nurse, and they're going to just rip you out. They see
I'm sure he's already watching as we are speaking at this very moment. I'm sure I'll hear. Oh, there goes a text message. That didn't take long. But you know what? They'll get over it.
But the surgery went well?
Yeah, the surgery went real well. Yeah, the surgery went really well. I'm just so glad Kelly's not on here right now. Neither is Tiffany. I really am. I'm craving Kentucky Fried Chicken mashed potatoes. If anybody is within 5 miles of my house and can bring me some KFC mashed potatoes and gravy, I will pay $20 for the first one that gets here.
I would like to put the disclaimer that we're not releasing Brandon's home address to our live. So we are not encouraging random people to show up at his house.
Well, they can come.
And our live is not sponsored by KFC in any way.
No. Oh. By the way, your throat hurts after they put whatever that tube is down your throat.
Ventilator?
Yeah, tube? That thing on my bobber. The thing that goes. That thing.
You shouldn't actually see that part because you should be sleeping during that part.
Where's Dustin at tonight?
Dustin realized he had a previous commitment, and he is actually live somewhere else right now. So he did this.
Large and in charge. Brent, how are you doing?
Better than you, I believe, but I'm just taking it all in.
Yeah. Where's Kelly? Y'all ever? Well, I'm not.
Her computer is updating. She should be coming on soon. She said. She just got back from vacation. Oh, and speaking of the devil, here's Kelly. Hi,
Hi,
Kelly.
Boo-Boo.
Hi.
Hi, Boo-Boo. How you doing today? How you
How are
doing?
you? Why are you not in a bed?
Right?
What?
Why are you not in a bed?
But hold on. Let's get this fair here. Hold on just a
Do
second.
you want me to drive 6 hours and tie you down to a bed? Because I will.
He'll give you $20 if you could bring him Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I am not in a bed because there's nobody here to put me in.
Lord
I'm
help
thinking
us
about
all.
riding out looking at cotton, but I can't find my truck keys.
There should send Lauren a thank you because I'm sure she took them from you. Just so
I will find my truck keys shortly.
Now, for those of you that don't know Brannon very well, he's had some health issues lately, and it seems like every time he should be on bed rest, he's driving around the countryside, looking at cotton and texting me pictures. And I'm like, Brannon, what am I, your mother? Like, go home.
Go to bed.
If I didn't live like 15 hours away from you, I would come in there and kick your butt.
I'm only 5 hours away. I could get in a car and get there real quick. You're going to want me to show up.
Everybody else bailed on me, so I'm good. For the next 4 or 5 days, I'll be by myself, so I'm going to have to.
You're going to rip your stitches out.
I've got a pool of blood in my belly button right now. The super glue apparently has come undone.
Yeah, because you're not laying
You're
down.
in a chair. Go lay down.
I can kick you off this live.
Take him off. Look, I'm stubborn, and Matt Griggs will tell you I'm stubborn, but when I have surgery, my butt is in the bed. Like, the next time I have surgery, I think I'm going to get a little bell and ring it because why not? That's what you need.
Oh, that's a good idea. I got one of those air horns. I need to get the damn air horn and just start blowing. Just boop, boop, boop.
See, that's what you got to do. But you need to go lay down.
I'm going to
and take
go
all
and
the
lay
good
down.
drugs.
I
Take
just
all the good drugs.
I just wanted to say hi and that I love everybody.
Well, we love you too, but go lay down.
And the drugs love us too, honey. Go back to bed. Seriously, go back to bed.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, go.
Be good.
Lord, help us with that one.
You just
don't even know.
Get rid of him. Pick him off.
Get rid of him. Lord, help us.
I'm going to the live stream.
Just kick him off next time. So I got to get the country look today. I'm trying real hard.
Bye. See y'all. By the way, Kelly, nice hat.
Thank you. Yeah, I decided to dress up today. Actually, I looked like crap, so I was like, I'm putting a hat on because I forgot. So
I thought they don't care, right?
No, I thought today was Tuesday. Honestly, I really did. And then Carter goes, "No, Mom, it's Wednesday." I was like, "Uh-oh." And then you sent me that text. I was like, "Well, crap." So my dinner's in the oven.
I gave you a half-hour heads up. I could have been like 5 minutes before and been like, "Hey, Kelly, by the way, you're joining us tonight."
Or how Brannon calls me and I'm about to drop F-bombs and I'm on Farm Life Live. So I would like a heads up so I can use PG. That would be great.
Brannon randomly will put me on lives too and not tell me I'm live.
No.
He's done that to me too before.
Yeah, I don't trust him anymore now. So it is what it is.
So how was your vacation? You just got back when?
I didn't go anywhere. We were in Tennessee the whole time.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
No, okay, here's my theory. First of all, Florida's a hot spot. Georgia's a hot spot. Tennessee's a hot spot. Cancels itself out. Completely cancels itself out. So, no, it was fantastic. We went to our family's condo. There were a total of 3 families there. 2 of them were our families. And it was really quiet, really nice. We cooked out. We literally laid by the beach. We laid at the pool. We drank a lot. And we did nothing. Nothing. That was the absolute best, just do nothing. Now, I did nothing. Matt Griggs worked. That's what he does. So, but hey, it is what it is. It was very peaceful. We met a few people on the beach, and
Where's Ibuprofen?
oh, hi, say hi to Carter Griggs, everybody.
Hey, Carter.
Where's Ibuprofen Dad needs for?
The ibuprofen should be in the. Hold on a second. Time out. It should be in the island in the little
How
bucket
many people are
thing.
watching?
Lots of people are watching. 4,000 people.
I don't see the number.
28 right now.
I don't know. Where's the numbers? Oh, no.
He never wants to be on camera, but yet he was on TV. It makes no sense
Where's
to
the,
me.
where's the,
Can you go? It's either in our bedroom or it's on the island. Go. Bye-bye, Felicia. See you later.
where's the number called?
That's all they care about. These kids, all they care about is followers and numbers.
What you mad on?
Oh man, Kelly, I got
Yeah.
a good story to tell you. I'm a teacher, and my kids were going on in my 7th grade, I think it was 7th grade English class. It's going on about all their 25 Instagram followers or whatever, TikTok or whatever. And I was kind of snickering to myself, and they're like, "What's so funny, Mrs. Zurcher?" And I said, I just was wondering who had the most followers in this entire room. And so then they started arguing amongst themselves. And I just kind of laughed, and I'm like, no, I don't think so. And they're like, what's so funny? And I said, do you know Farm Life has a reach of like 22 million people a month? And their jaws hit their desk, and they could not believe it. And they didn't, I mentioned Farm Life, but I think really most of them actually think I'm talking about just general life on the farm.
No, we don't.
It's an actual thing on the internet. And so I pulled up my phone and I pulled up the stats and I showed them on my phone, and oh my God. Then I had kids stalking me, like wanting to watch me live like I'm some celebrity, but I'm not a celebrity like you, Kelly. I mean, you were actually on TV, and Brent meets famous people all the time.
Excuse me. I don't have that celebrity money.
Hey, I didn't say you had to have money to be a celebrity.
It's funny because the show, I guess, came on Hulu like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah?
And so now we have like all these new messages, people finding us on Instagram, finding on Facebook. And I was like, of course, he going to drive the 4-wheeler right by me. Put a helmet on! Kids. Well, we just have one kid right now, so that's good. But no, it's been like kind of funny because people are like sending messages like, "Oh, we watched you," and I'm like, "Oh my God, that was like 2 years ago." But then Brandon had told me, he's like, "No, you're on Hulu now." I'm like, "Oh, we made it to Hulu. Now we're popular."
That's good to know, though, because I honestly have not seen the show. I've seen random like snippets, but I don't have cable and I don't have History Channel, and I could never watch you. And I'm like, I know, Kelly, I want to watch. I want to see all these inside jokes.
Look, I'll tell you right now. 1, I call Mother Nature a whore. 2, I wear a T-Rex costume. And 3, yes, everything that happened really, truly happened. We didn't set our tractor on fire on purpose. Who does that? Who does that?
Unless the show's buying you to do right?
Yeah, somebody said to me, did you really just set that on fire for television? Yeah, because I have $180,000 just laying around.
Right.
I don't understand people. I also got a lot of hate messages because on Instagram, I was showing like the beach and where we were, and like there was nobody there. And, you know, I just like to share where we're at, because why not? I get to show that farmers actually get to take vacations.
What?
And I was told one that I'm going to come back and infest over 1,000 people. That was a good one. The other one was real farmers don't take vacations. The other one was how selfish I am to post about why I'm on vacation. There was another one where, I'm going to single-handedly kill one of my family members with COVID. That one kind of sent me over the edge. So I was like, you know, laughing at some of them, but that one really deserved a come to Jesus. So I had to come to Jesus, and I was like, Lord Jesus, don't let me say nothing bad to this woman. But I don't get it. I'm sorry, but farmers need a break. They need a break. We all need a break. And if it means you got to travel 15 hours to get away, then that's what you need to do. First of all, it's my family home. I have been going to this place since I was 6 months old. Every single year since I was born. That is years. It's quiet. It's nice. We have lots of family we've met and grown up with. I'm extremely blessed that people let us use their condo. So it just kind of made me think, like, is this where society is now because of COVID? That we're awful keyboard warriors and we have to rain on people's parade. I'm the type that if I see I see Brent at like Hawaii, I would be like, oh, show me pictures, because I want to live through you. And I want to celebrate the fact that maybe you spent 5 years saving for that, you know? So I want to be like, oh my gosh, show me everything. I'm so excited for you. Or Nicole, how we going on this cruise, girl? I want to see all your pictures. I want to see everything, because we need to be celebrating people instead of fighting them. And this last 2 weeks, I realized we've become a society of just keyboard warriors, and Satan is winning. And we got to stop that. Let's just celebrate people. Let's be happy, because I'm tired of it. So I've decided August is going to be insane. So I'm going to wear stupid outfits, and I'm going to be happy, and I'm going to say really crazy things, because that's who I am. And well, I also have a nice tan too. So right now it's going good. But we need to be more positive. The other thing is farmers need to support farmers. And I got those messages from farmers. Wow. So my whole thinking behind that was, what's wrong with this person? What happened in their lives in the last year or 2 or 5 that they got to attack someone like me, who's, you know, this big? So I think we need to think that way. When people are just so negative online, be that kind of ray of sunshine and say, you need to talk to somebody today. You know, do you need to vent? Do you need to let it out? Mm-hmm. Because it's really hard for everybody. That guy you saw just here right now, he's really upset school's not in session. I'm also really upset, but I get why. But these kids need school. They really do. Carter needs it more than anything for his own mental health. I need it for my mental health.
I hear you.
Like, he has nothing to do. He's like, oh, guess I'll go play basketball. Guess I'll go play Fortnite. I'm bored. If I have to hear I'm bored one more time.
Oh, my kids know better than to say I'm bored, because I will find them chores. Be like, you know what? I bet that cow needs more water. And they're like, we just watered the cow. I'm like, I don't care. It's hot outside. Go fill that tank again. Or go pick eggs. Yep. Or, you know, there's weeds somewhere. Go find them.
We need more positivity. We need more, you know, like, I watch Brent stuff and hearing these struggling artists come on, and they have this amazing voice, and it takes you away for the day. Like, I love listening to music. It just makes my day. So listen to music, listen to a podcast, go outside. I mean, just get away from this, get away from the keyboards, and really just try and be a positive person, because honestly, Satan's winning. And I feel bad because I feel like God is upstairs going, hello. Like he's at the party where everyone's going crazy. And he's kind of standing there like, over here, let me know when y'all are ready. I'm just hanging out. And that's how I feel.
I had a thought like that just yesterday where my kids were pushing me to the absolute brink, which I can share a story with you later, probably not in a live, on like why they were pushing me to the brink. But I was thinking, I'm like, Lord, how do you have the patience for all the stupidity in this world? Like just my 5 kids in my house in one day, I was ready to like murder someone. I'm like, how do you just not smite the entire world? And then a little voice, you know, Holy Spirit, whatever, kind of said in my head, because I am God. You know, is it Charleston Heston who does the Almighty
Yes.
God? You know
Yes.
that's like that's said in my head, and I was like, yep. And that's
But you know what? Just like Carter and I were in the grocery store today, and this lady had stopped and she got bleach, and she was like, $5 a gallon? And I'm like, I know, isn't this ridiculous? And we got to talking, and she's just like, I'm just so ready for it to be over. I'm ready to hug people, and just, she's like, I think we're all done. We're done with it. We know that the virus is real. We know things are happening, but I think we're done with everything else. I think we just want to be good humans and just be good people. And it was so funny because she said, I'm watching these kids just tell their parents off, and they're 4 and 5 years old. And I'm thinking, I don't want to get old because I don't want these people taking care of me. And I said, well, I think it's a time, things are going to change. It's going to get better. And it was just really nice to just talk to complete strangers because I think everyone is done. I know I'm done. Finished. I'm out.
A long time ago.
Bye. So I don't want to hear about COVID anymore. I want to hear positive stories. And I don't care if it's, hey, I cleaned the toilet today and it looks good. I want to hear positive stuff. You know, a cow didn't get out today. A chicken didn't let its head run around. You know, like today I was like, well, it's 83 degrees here in Tennessee in August. That's weird. But I'm not going to complain. You know why? Because I'm on my porch and I'm not sweating.
It's been so nice here. It feels like the end of September in Nebraska. And I am just like, what happened? I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to mess with anything. I'm just accepting this wonderful gift of not cold weather, but like the perfect, I don't know, can I call it Indian summer? Is it Indian summer yet?
No, that's at the end.
Am I allowed to call it that?
But I'll take it. I don't care. Beggars can't be choosers. So, okay. So I want to talk about this one really awesome thing. Like 3-4 weeks ago, I met a guy, and his name is Derek Brazada. So he's in Nebraska, and he works for United Ag. So they came up with a new podcast. The podcast is United We Ag. He works for a company that goes all over and puts soil probes in. I think this company is owned by Canada or Sweden, someplace. But it's really neat. So they do all these probes. They do all this testing. And I retweeted his tweet, and I won $100 worth of Busch Light farmer beer.
Wow.
So he came down, and we can't get it here. I don't know why, but we can't. And so he came down.
Line or something.
Yeah, whatever. So he comes down and we start talking, and he's like, I have this podcast. I was like, hey, Matt and I would love to go on it and talk about what we're doing. So we did that 2 nights ago, but it's what we're involved in. And I'm sorry, I'm so excited, but like, I'm also really nervous. Okay, so have you guys heard of the Carolina Reaper pepper?
Yes.
Okay, so his name is Ed. He is the creator of the Carolina Reaper. He went on the United We Ag podcast last week. So you can download that and listen to it. And it's really interesting. He actually takes you through what it's like to eat a Carolina Reaper. And I'm telling you, my insides felt like they were on fire just listening to it. So my crazy behind volunteered Matt Griggs. Volunteered. We are doing a charity. So what this charity is going to entail is Ed has a new pepper that is hotter than the Carolina Reaper. Now, this man holds the Guinness Book of World Records for the hottest pepper on earth.
Oh, wow.
And he made a hotter one. So here's the deal. We already have 6 people who want to take this challenge. The challenge will involve a charity, and we're going to do Feeding America. So the 6 of us have decided that we're going to eat this new pepper.
Oh, no.
On either Instagram, Facebook, I don't know how they're going to do that, but it's going to be all on one. And we're going to have people call in and bet to see who lasts the longest. So here's my thing that I'm putting out to all of farm life. I know there are some crazy farmers on this page that would accept this challenge. So I'm telling you, if you want in on this epic Guinness World Record challenge, inbox me, send me a message, because if you're dead serious, Ed will send you this pepper and everyone will try and eat this live on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. It's for charity, so we're trying to raise a lot of money. Okay. I was part of a flip cup challenge, which was the dairy. So the month of June, they did the flip cup challenge. Mm-hmm. And I think they raised do we raise like 12,000 or 13,000? So it's a lot of money and it was a lot of fun. So we got to challenge people and I totally won too. It was awesome. And I won against an army, veterinarian. So I was like, yeah, I didn't even go to college and I won flip cup. So, hey, there you go. I'm not eating this pepper, but I'm gonna video Matt Griggs eating this pepper. It's gonna be epic. He was sitting here going, I can't believe you nominated me for this. I'm like, well, honey, suck it up because you're gonna do it. I can't because I'm having gastro surgery at the end of August. You know how Brandon has his? Well, I have mine. So my doctor was like, if you want to eat that pepper, go ahead and sign your death certificate, honey, because you're going to die. So I'm not doing it. But totally going to be a part of it because I think this is so cool. How cool is this? Everyone knows I'm crazy.
Amazing. Now, I don't know if I'm going to volunteer myself because I'm a wuss with a lot of things like that. Right now, I have random adult onset allergies, so I'm allergic to red and yellow dye. Well, I'm really sensitive to other things like poison ivy, which RJ, my husband, for those of you who don't know, is completely immune to poison ivy. It's not fair. He doesn't get bumps or anything. No, he doesn't even itch. And so,
not fair, right?
My husband goes and checks on something in the pasture and I don't know, doesn't wash his feet very well when he comes in bed. I don't know what he does. I don't know where I'm getting this from. Oh, God. I have poison ivy. I don't even know if you can see it. It's all up, all over my neck.
Oh, God, you poor thing.
So no.
What's he doing putting his feet up there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, how are you guys sleeping in that bed? What's wrong with you?
I have it.
Hey, that's why.
I was like,
Brent, that's why they got 5 kids.
Hey, I only birthed 2 of them.
But no,
just showed up on my doorstep.
So, Brent, I think you want to eat this pepper, right?
Yeah, Brent. Hey, a lot of people in the music industry. You should make some connections. This would be great for some of those.
Seriously. So this is going to be really, really awesome. I think it's amazing that Ed wants to do this. And, he's kind of like us. He's an open book. He's had people actually contact him and ask him, how do you grow these peppers? And he will tell you exactly how he grows them. There's no secrets. There's no nothing, because he's the type like us. We want to help other farmers be better farmers. So he's like, if you want my blueprint, I'll give it to you. And if you grow a better pepper and you beat me, good for you. Like, that's awesome. And when Matt and I were on the podcast, we were talking about that. And I think that's where we need to start going. We need to start going where farmers are supporting farmers. I'm tired of this secret crap and this, I'm not telling you my yields and blah, blah, blah. Stop.
Why?
There's nothing to gain from this. Listen to this. We are 1.6% of the population. I'm sorry, but we need to help each other be better farmers, because guess what? There are very little successors, and that's scary, because the reality is, if farming stops, this world has 35 days until we start going hungry. 35 days. That's a reality. You can look it up. It's statistics. I know I had to say it on this new documentary we're doing. It's a scary statistic. So why are we doing this? Why are we not helping each other? Matt and I are completely open books. I had a guy from Texas message me and say, hey, I'm thinking about planting soybeans behind wheat. No one's ever done that here before. I was like, heck yeah. And we helped him make that decision, and he did it. And guess what? He has a fantastic stand. He's excited. What do we gain out of that? Absolutely nothing, other than we're helping a farmer. We're helping him. And that's what we need to do. I mean, just stop with the freaking secrets and the, because the problem is farmers are getting too big and there's no one to take over. So, especially in our area, you know, I'm not looking for more acres. Do you think I want more work? No, absolutely not. There's no, I want to be best at what we're doing right now. I want to be the best with what I have. So why can't we help each other be the best that we can be and be open books? And there's a lot of us out there. I call us the breakfast club of farmers, because honestly, we're really out there. I mean, come on, have you met me? So we need to be a bigger breakfast club. We need to help each other out. We need to stop the cliques and stop this and that. We just need to help each other. We're 1.6 of the population. That to me is scary.
Yeah.
So we talk about that. And I mean, look at Ed. He's the Guinness Book of World Records. And he's willing to, if you email him and say, I want to grow these peppers, can you give me your recipe? He will give it to you, because that's what we need to do. So we decided, you know, Derek was like, we're going to do this challenge. And I was like, okay. And my husband eats hot stuff all the time. So I don't know why he's scared. But if Matt Griggs is scared and he eats like the hottest stuff, like I think he won the, what is that? Where Buffalo Wild Wings has like, you have to eat this many and your picture goes up on the wall. Yeah, he's been on the wall twice. So Matt is not scared of hot stuff, but he's scared of this pepper. And it's going to be so good. I'm probably going to laugh and cry at the same time and then have 911 on the dial just in case. But,
yeah, what does Ed suggest for after you ingest the world's hottest pepper? Like, I've heard milk helps, but does anything really help?
Once it gets to a certain point on that scale, I don't think there's anything that helps.
Yeah,
you gotta ride it out.
What's
so
the SCO's scale for hotness?
It's like there is no scale for this. It's like way up there. Yeah, there's no scale. There's no scale. It's its own thing, I think. So Matt he's tried ghost pepper. He's tried everything, but he's not tried the Carolina Reaper. But this pepper is hotter. And I'm like, oh, it's going to be so good. So what I'm doing is I'm putting it out there to farm life and saying, okay, if you're one of those crazy farmers who will do a challenge for charity and you're doing it because you care and you're insane, message me and I will get you hooked up, because I don't know how many peppers he's going to have, but I think he said between 10 and 15. And I think we only have 6 or 7 right now that want to do it. And the more we have, I think it'll be better. It'll be more fun. We'll raise more money. You know, if we could do something every month to raise money for Feeding America, that would be great. We could do, you know, you could do anything, but I know Feeding America has really helped a lot of people. I know a farm family who has absolutely been blessed through Feeding America. So I have a connection with it and I want to help. So we're going to have what we're going to do is, it's kind of in the beginning stage, but the people who do the challenge, if you place like $100 bet on Matt and say Matt's going to last 16 seconds before he takes a drink or falls over and almost dies, then if you win that and he lasts the longest, then all of us who are doing the challenge are going to put something in this awesome gift basket, and we'll get you, that person will get, or people, depending on who wins. We're going to get you guys something fun. I've got friends that can make t-shirts and hats, you know, I won, or I placed the bet on whatever. So we're just trying to think of something cool to do. This helps bring agriculture together because there's very diverse people that are involved in this. So then people come in, they check it out, and then they go to your Instagram page, or they go to your Facebook page, and then they find out what you do. And guess what? We're opening the door for education, and we're educating these people on what we do for a living. And it's awesome. I'm excited, as you can tell. I'm excited to watch Matt eat this pepper. And I have a friend from Texas who is insane. Okay, she's 5'3", 95 pounds of blonde, and she's gonna do this because you don't challenge Michelle, because she will do it. She's crazy. So she's doing this. I think we got 2 other farmers. I don't know them personally. And then Derek's going to do it. So, and everybody who knows Jess Peters, she's See Jess Farms on Instagram. She's going to be our host and our MC. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you want to do this challenge and you are dead serious, please message me, inbox me. I will get you hooked up. I think it'll be awesome because we want a lot of diverse farmers on this. Next Wednesday, we're going to have Derek on Farm Life Live. I told Brannon, I didn't get a chance to tell you yet, but he's going to come on and talk about what his company does, what their podcast does. And then hopefully by next Wednesday, we will have everything set in stone, when this challenge is going to be, when it's going to happen, how long we're going to raise money for. I know it's going to happen before Labor Day because there's 4 of us that have to start going to work in the fields, corn harvest. Seriously. Yeah, we start corn harvest right after Labor Day. And then after that, just start sending me alcohol because I'm not going to come up for air until November. Mother Nature plays.
Farm Life Cruise.
Man, I don't even care at this point. I just want to go. I will. I saw somebody today say, I don't care if they keep canceling cruises. Somebody give us everyone bring their own oars and we will row this boat to Mexico.
Did you see the post on Farm Life with the double wide with the boat as a
yes.
deck?
That's
I think
awesome.
there were some comments on there about, getting to the cruise.
I don't care. We need something positive to look forward to. And I've had a lot of negative Nancys and a lot of Debbie Downers, but come on, life is going to get back to normal. Well, a new normal, as we call it, but it will happen. And if it doesn't happen, we'll come up with something else. I don't care if we got to rent a big beach house in the middle of nowhere. We'll do something because I'm going to need a break. Or
Yeah.
I ain't gonna last. Not gonna happen. I need my breaks. So Matt and I will be on the United We Ag podcast on Friday. So you guys can tune in and listen to that. It was a lot of fun. We did it very late at night because our Wi-Fi sucked. And we had to try 4 different apps. So like you said, the Wi-Fi is awful. Man, can't begin to tell you how bad our Wi-Fi is. We live in this little circle of Fuyu. because I can sit on the house down the street and it has high-speed internet. To go live on this, I've had to hook up my phone with its hotspot and use my Wi-Fi. So
Oh no.
it's that bad.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to come out this. You can listen to Ed on the United We Ag podcast right now, and he describes everything about this pepper. Describes how he got started, and it's really interesting. Like, I have to meet this man in person. He sounds really cool to hang out with and insane as well. And I love crazy farmers, so they tend to be some of the best people in the world. So I think it's going to be a good time. So I know, Brent, you're a little scared to try it, but
well, I'm not. I wouldn't say scared is the word. I'm just thinking pragmatically. If I do anything to my mouth or my throat or my voice, I've got too much riding on it the next 2 months. So we'll talk offline. We'll figure something out.
Well, I mean, like, I think you would be good in, kind of like a, depending on how many people want to do this, we might split it up, like we'll do an Instagram live and maybe we'll do a Facebook live, and then you could be like the EMC or something and just kind of like go through it or whatnot. Cause I'm thinking we're not going to be able to do both, but I'm going to talk to Derek about it. And hopefully by next Wednesday, we'll be able to do it. Cause I really think it would be awesome to do like an Instagram one and then a Facebook one. And I think we could raise more money that way. Because there's a lot of people that aren't on Instagram and there's a lot of people that aren't on Facebook. So I think we need to do kind of both. And I think having like maybe 2 sets would be really awesome. Like do an Instagram one and then do a Facebook one. And then maybe I can have Matt do it twice.
Maybe he'll make you. Well, I guess you said you can't do it. I was going to say.
No, I can't. I actually probably would. And I would probably be the biggest loser in last 2 seconds. Because I wouldn't be able to eat hot stuff and like, ooh, that's not good. Hey, I thought I turned you off. I haven't been able to eat hot stuff in 5-6 years since my surgery. So yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. And when I kind of mentioned it to my GI doctor, she literally looked at me and said, "Is your life insurance up to date?" And she doesn't play around. So I was like, I'm okay. So don't do it. She's like, don't do it. I don't want to fix you. So
Have you heard of the habanada pepper?
yeah,
Not a habanero, a habanada.
Yes.
We raised some of those back when we were still produce farmers, and those are really good. They're sweet. It's a habanero without all of the heat, so it has the flavor of the habanero, but not the burn your tongue part. But
you burn your insides like this one thing was gonna do
from the inside out. It might. I don't know if Matt's watching this, but it would be great if you could get one of those and be like, "Yeah, Matt, I'm gonna do it." Not eat the right pepper.
Yeah, so I'll be like the wussy challenge. That's fine. I'll do the wussy challenge. I'll do it all day long. I kind of hope like he eats it and then he goes to talk and fire comes out. I really think that would be awesome.
Make gifs. That'd be funny.
Yes, that would be so good. See, it's fun. This is going to be fun. And we want to this is going to bring agriculture together. It's going to educate people. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to raise money. And I think that's where we need to go. Yes. Forget all the COVID stuff. Forget all the kids not going to school. Forget all the negativity. Everyone needs to come watch some crazy farmers eat the world's hottest pepper and survive. So I'm not kidding. I might have my friend like standing by who's a nurse and be like, "Hey, you're going to have to like revive him when he's done eating this." So, because I will need Matt for harvest. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
So
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, but it's going to be a good time. So anybody who's interested, just email me or message me, whatever. We'll get this started. It's going to be.
And if you don't know how to get a hold of Kelly through Instagram or Facebook, you can always message the Farm Life page, and we'll get you hooked up. And then
so good.
Just so if you guys haven't been following us every week, our website is live for the Farm Life Cruise. All of the information you need to know is on there. It's January 23rd through the 28th, leaving from Galveston, Texas. And we have lots of fun things planned, but we're not micromanaging your time. This is just for you to have fun. And by the way, Kelly, I did find that there is a karaoke bar on the Carnival Dream. It's gonna happen.
It's lots of fun.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fun. Everything else aside, it's gonna happen. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have stupid contests, and we're gonna have fun and get to know people and really enjoy everybody's company. And I can't guarantee that I won't act like an idiot, because that's me. I'm here to laugh and have a good time. So I'm probably not bringing Matt, because unfortunately we have a cruise booked 2 weeks before that. And somebody doesn't know, but it's a surprise for somebody. So we can't so actually I'm going to bring a friend, and she hasn't had a vacation in 9 years. So I told her she was going if I had to kidnap her from Wisconsin. So she's a farmer. She's a woman farmer and farms 4,000 acres on her own. She's an amazing person. I love her. She's kind of like my soul sister. I met her on Instagram, and I told her I didn't care. What was she doing in January? Nothing. She was looking at snow. So she's coming. So she's going to be a good time too. But yeah, we're going to have we're going to have so much fun. It's going to be so great. We just have to keep positive. The more positive you are, the better things happen. The more negative you are, the more negative crap happens. I've noticed that. So I'm trying to stay positive every day. And somebody asked me the other day, what are you taking? I was like, nothing yet. So,
right.
I'm just trying to be positive. We need more positivity in this world. And I'm the worst. Matt will tell you I'm negative Nancy all the time. Well, negative Nancy's left the building. Karaoke Kelly's here this month. So let's go. Let's do this. Let's have some fun. I think that's all I have. So next Wednesday, we'll have Derek on, and he can explain everything. And also what his company does is really, really awesome. Lots of research, lots of cool stuff. They actually have this thing, like a cocoon that they put in your field, has a camera in it, and it can detect what bug is going to be in your field before you need to spray.
That's crazy.
How cool is that? I'm like, I kind of want this camera because I'm lazy. So, but his company is really awesome. So he'll come on, talk about that, talk about the podcast, and then talk about this new challenge. So, stay tuned. It's going to be fun. But I have to go because I smell my dinner in the oven. And if I don't feed Matt Griggs, he's going to be upset. So,
all right. I'll see you later, Kelly.
Yeah, he's been chopping pigweed, so he's not in a good mood. Not in a good mood. He found one about 6.5 foot tall today, so he's not happy. Not happy.
I have that tall on my farm too.
Yeah. So,
actually, but it was thankful for them because you see, I fell in I don't want to say it was quicksand because it was really just a whole bunch of hog crap that was dried. On the top, it was dry. And I took a video of this. I should post it to the group. I texted it to Brannon to make his day because I stepped off the concrete onto this, what looked like a dry piece of dirt where there was no sandburrs. And I sank to my knees. I sank in this. And I tried to get out and I took 6 steps and it was only getting worse. I'm like, this isn't going well. And of course I was in flip-flops because, real farmers don't always wear boots. I think that's a misconception that TV has portrayed. And so I big the flip-flops.
Saw my TV show, you would know that I wasn't in boots all the time. So just saying.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good time. So I'm gonna go before my food burns, and then we will talk next Wednesday. And everybody go to United We Ag and listen to me and Matt. Have a good time talking. It was a lot of fun. We kind of talk about everything that's going on. So, and then we'll have Derek on next Wednesday. Just send me a reminder during the middle of the day because I'm really bad about days. With Carter not in school, I'm like, what day is it? Do I even exist today? I don't know what day it is. So Yeah, I need reminders. 100%.
I will definitely remind you.
Yay! All right. Well, I'll talk to y'all later. I gotta go before dinner burns and I get in trouble.
All right. Thank you, Kelly.
You're welcome. Bye. Bye, Brent.
Okay.
Later. So
All
there you go.
Kelly is always a hoot.
I love it.
Yeah, it's been interesting on our farm lately. We had a cow get out and she not only hopped our fence, but she hopped into our neighbor's pasture.
Wow.
So she have 2 fences. And RJ and I were just talking about getting the vet out to AI our 2 cows. And I don't think we're going to have to do that for this one now. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I should thank her for making my job easier or cuss her out because she's still in our neighbor's pasture because she didn't want to cross the creek to get back to the gate. So, yeah, we're
dealing. Found something she liked over there.
She did. She must have had a good time. So,
that's one less bill you've got to worry about this month, right?
Yeah, right.
There you go.
So, other than that, on our farm, we butchered chickens this weekend, and a lot of people saw the videos I posted to our Farm Life group. Unfortunately, they were terrible quality because, again, the internet issue. When I went live, which I didn't realize, if I would have realized that, I would have taken another video. But we butchered 220 chickens, and last night I had fried gizzards and hearts for supper, which were delicious. So, yeah. But thank you, Brent, for coming on Farm Life. Again, we'll see you next week. And again, you have who is your guest for this next week, for tomorrow?
Yeah, so the live tomorrow night is going to be John Barry. That's at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central. We'll go about an hour with John, and then, that's archived. As these are on this page, it'll be archived on the Fastline Fast Track pages. So if you miss it live the first time, it'll be there hanging around for you. And then the episode 66 of the podcast comes out on Friday around noon Eastern. I've been kind of sneaking those out, so you get a little treat if you get on a little bit before noon here. We've been trying to get them on a little bit earlier, but again, we'll have Rob LaRue with the National Farmers Union, and then we've got Tom Oswald, who is a director with the United Soybean Board. He and I talked today about their new Soybean Research and Information Network website. So they've been collecting a ton of research over the years here with the North Central Soybean Research Program. And they've been just sitting on all this, not really knowing what to do about it. So they put it all into this one clearinghouse here on their website where they've got everything under the sun there in terms of soybean research. So they just launched that website. So we talk a bit about that. He's also a farmer in Cleghorn, Iowa. So he is he's been around soybean farming all his life here. He's just a really sharp guy. And he's actually the second time we've had him on the show. A great guest, very knowledgeable about soybeans. So we've got him on there, and then what else we got on there? We've got we'll have John Barry on there as well on that podcast. So a lot going on there this week on the podcast. Oh yeah, the Corn Warriors. This way. Shout out to my buddy Seth Wood here for the new swag here. Corn Warriors season 4 coming up again. We've been talking about that the last few weeks. We've been profiling each of those contestants, and this week, who do we have on the show this week? I'm trying to remember. We've been through so many of them. Jake Droz out of Allegan, Michigan. He's one of the rookies on there. He's been farming since 2008. He's a second generation farmer there in Michigan. They've got some challenges there. It's really wet, really sandy areas, but those guys, they found a way to just kill it with soybeans. So, with corn. I got soybeans on the brain with corn. So he's the 5th of 6 competitors that we profiled here on the show. We'll get Eric Reed on there next, and that'll round things out for Corn Warriors here, season 4. That's coming up in September on RFD TV and also Carbon TV and Amazon Prime. And if you're a Yellow Gold member, you can get that on their website right now, which is cornwarriorstv.com, they tell me. So those guys, as a matter of fact, I know Seth and them are in my old stomping grounds in DuBois County, Indiana today, back on the Kevin Cobb farm, which we profiled a few weeks ago. So I was just jealous. The old crew was together today, and I couldn't be down there, but we had too many meetings today. I've got a show I got to get at. We had this. I've got live stream tomorrow. And I tell you what, in 2 weeks, I was looking at the calendar today, 2 weeks from this Friday, provided the Indiana High School Athletic Association doesn't pull the plug, we'll be starting high school football season here. So I'll be calling games again this year. It'll be the 3rd season with WOCC Radio in Corden, Indiana. So in addition to 3 live streams, a podcast, a radio show, and print content, I'll also be doing 10 football games this year. So busy days right now. So not much time to take a breather at this point here. So we're going to make the most.
Right?
Yeah, we're going to make the most of the fall here. You know, COVID or no COVID, we've got a lot to do here, and it's going to be fun. You know, the ag industry's got to keep moving forward. There's really no luxury in slowing down there. So we're just going to make the most of the time and have fun. There's no shortage of content going on right now. And we're going to be doing a bit here coming up with some of these virtual farm shows that are going to be coming up over the next couple of months, and finding out ways to partner with some of those. So you'll be hearing more about that in the coming weeks. But a lot going on right now as we round third and head for home on harvest season here in a lot of parts of the country here. So a lot to talk about over the next few weeks.
Well, good. We look forward to that. Well, we're going to close up here. So I would like to give a shout out to our sponsors, Concept Agritech. We love having them sponsoring some of our content, and we're going to be doing some pretty awesome stuff with their help, which will be coming up here in the next couple months. You can check out their products on their website. And again, thank you, Brent from Fastline Fast Track, and check out his podcast and his live streams, which he just told you about. So we'll see you again next week, Wednesday, 7 Central, 8 Eastern time. And Brannon should be back, hopefully not as medicated. I noticed he was speaking a little slower today.
Yeah, get well soon, Brannon.
I don't know if that was the medication or what, but he is definitely hurting after his surgery today. So yeah. Brannon will be back, and I think we may have Dustin Hoffman from Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network back again next week. So he'll be making an appearance too, I believe. So thank you for those who've hung out with us for this hour, and have a blessed week.
Good night.
Good night.